today. From State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Arizona Cardinals. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And 9 yards.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. He'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray, he'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Murray now on 1st down. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Out of bounds.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
They run the counter. Edmonds. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't?
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. At their own 23-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
An 8-yard pickup.
His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Jefferson.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
But we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money, bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
To Justin Jefferson.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
And 4 at the Cardinals' 40.
Cousins again. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. The 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Murphy. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
7-yard line.
Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense back on the field. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their second drive now. Run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
Trying to forget about that pick 6 last time out. Not much there, only a yard.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and...
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. He's got a man. Complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. With 14-0 the score, this is the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
A gain of 13 yards. But it brings up 4th down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is going to be incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. They decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
Bring it! Got a man right side. It's Sharp. 11 yards there. First down.
Cardinals. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. That's caught by Trey Quinn. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
1st and 10.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And the pressure gets to him again. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Joey Sly on for the field goal.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Nothing.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Vikings now heading on to the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
To number 88.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for number 8.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. able to knock.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Tajay Sharp, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Fielded in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
And this throw will be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. Down the numbers. There he goes. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So not a good start for this rookie quarterback, already trailing in this first half, and that's going to make things worse.
Well, back in my day, this was not unexpected out of rookie quarterbacks. That's why a lot of coaches didn't want to play them. But coming out of college now, they throw it all the time. This is a little bit unexpected, the way that he's playing here.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will make it into the end zone. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
It's a gain of
2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
And 1 yard to go.
They'll throw now on the final play. This is intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into... You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here comes the Arizona defense now onto the field. And the interception the last time they were out there ended up leading to a touchdown.
So the only thing they didn't get really was the pick 6. Because that's what everyone wants. Take it immediately to the end zone. But their offense capitalized on the takeaway and turned it into the 6 points they were looking for.
Yeah, set them up pretty, got the touchdown. Now they're back out there defensively. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. This one brought in by Jefferson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on first.
Second and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run the counter with Cook. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
The tackle made by...
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
The pass intended for Adam Thielen.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. The Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Shotgun now from Murray. This will be caught just inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
That's good.
The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down.
At the 4-yard line.
Murray to air it out again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey Quinn, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped. At the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Chandler Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cards continue to pour it on. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Joey Sly for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Sly set to kick off.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
They're on the 21-yard line.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Can't get away, and he's taken down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
Cousins.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st down, Vikings.
Cousins on 1st down. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45.
To number 89.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Cousins pass intended for number 89. Incomplete. Coverage by Byron Murphy.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cousins. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Vikings.
Cousins pass.
A big play there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Vikings are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0.
Personal foul.
Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control.
I'm the best in the game.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals add on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Take it in the end zone. And not a very good return at all as he won't even get this back to the 15. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use it. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Minnesota.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And now it's 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And that is incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And some room to work. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Intercepted.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
45, Mike, 45. I got you.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now a give to Edmonds. And he's got room. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.